Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we're going to talk about Hero Realms, and this is published by White Wizard Games, designed by Darren Castle and Robert Daughtry.
Alright guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so you can see all of our videos as they come out. Alright you guys, today we're talking about Hero Realms. This is a dueling deck building game. It's kind of based off of Star Realms. It has a lot of similarities as well. Let me show you how it plays. Alright, so today we're talking about Hero Realms. This is really just a simple deck builder, so there's not a lot of components. It's just cards. Alright, so every player is going to have a health tracker in front of them, keeps track of their health. As you kind of move it down and you move it around, rotate it so that way it shows what your accurate and current health is, so that way everybody can see that. Alright, also, you start off with a 10-card deck. It's pretty weak. It's got some starting things like 1 gold, which is your purchasing power in order to buy new things, and a couple of small weapons in order to kind of get things started that way. Alright, so out here, things you can buy. You always set the fire gem. The fire gem gives you some extra money. Then you have 5 cards that are going to be constantly rotating and drawn off the top of that deck there when you need to refill them. If you are unfamiliar with the concept of a deck builder, basically what's going to happen is you've got your small, kind of weak deck here. You're going to draw 5 cards off the top of it. That's going to be your hand. On your turn, you're going to play those 5 cards, giving you various amounts of money or weapons or healing that you're going to use. So if you have weapons, you're going to do them against your opponent to cause them to lose some of their own health. You're going to have some healing abilities that cause you to gain back some of your health, right? Then you're also going to have the gold that you're going to be able to spend on some of these cards. So at the top right of these various cards is going to be the purchasing price. That's what it costs to buy this particular card. And then down below here it says what there is. In this particular game, there is 2 major kinds of cards. There's actions, which when you play them, it's just a one-time thing. You do what it says, and it goes back into your discard pile. However, there's also champions like this guy. A champion you put out in front of you, it stays out in front of you, it has health just like you do. And your opponent's going to have to do health or damage to you equal to that number in order to get rid of this. Otherwise, it's going to keep on staying out there and giving you benefits. This particular one says you can rotate it to the left in order to do 3 damage. But also, a lot of these cards come from factions. There's 4 factions: green, red, blue, and yellow. I don't know what they all mean, but what it amounts to is if you are able to match some symbols up, like this one has a green paw here, and it itself is a green paw. If you are able to play another green paw while this is out there, you're going to get an additional 4 damage to do to your opponent. So that's going to be very helpful to you. There are champions that have kind of a white shield. Those are not considered to be guards. The guards that have the black shield, like our dire wolf had, those have to be gotten rid of before you can take down someone's actual health. So if someone has some guards in front of them, those have to go before you can affect this. Now these ones here, the ones that just have the white shield down in the right-hand corner, those are still champions, but they're not guard champions. So you can still, let's say someone has this in front of them, you can choose to either attack that for 3 health, or you can go after the person, or both really. But the point is, you have to get rid of the guards if they are out there before you can actually do real damage. All the factions are capable of doing, any task as far as damage, healing, all that kind of stuff, but each one kind of has a specialty, what it's more likely to do. Like, for instance, the red cards are more likely to do things like sacrifice cards, meaning you can kind of, cull some of those weaker cards out of your starting deck. The yellow cards over here have a more likelihood of doing those green effects, which is healing. That's going to be more likely from those yellow symbols there. Blue tends to give us some gold, give us more and more buying power, and the green tends to give us a lot of damage. But again, you can get those symbols from anywhere. That's just what is most likely to happen, most commonly going to be seen from those particular colors. This is very similar to Star Realms, where it's a duel, but this can also be a 2, 3, or a 4-player game. So really what you're trying to do is you're trying to stay alive as long as possible, while at the same time knocking out your opponent or opponents. So you're trying to keep your health up while taking care of theirs. What it amounts to is whoever is the last person standing is going to be declared the winner.
So similar to Star Realms, this game has a lot of combos and those links based on the different factions, and it is super fun to try and get those together and to go after stuff. I really like just seeing what's out there, trying to get something starting in the beginning and then going from there and seeing the combos that you can get, the connect. But then of course you always get upset when somebody takes away your champion because then some of the combos are going But I like being able to search for those and try to do those.
I hate having to keep on mentioning Star Realms because I don't usually making that many parallels between a game, but they're so similar, right? Star Realms only is a 2-player game unless you buy a bunch of the expansions, then you can do like a team kind of thing going on. This out of the box comes with 4 of the starting decks, that way you can play 4 players against one another, all kind of dueling that way. So that's really nice. There's enough cards to do that, and it feels pretty balanced, as well, which works. There's 4 players. You and 3 of your best friends or enemies can now fight each other.
Yeah, but what about could you do your friends and your enemies?
Never mix the 2.
Never
mix the 2.
So anyway, so this is a pretty shortish game, right? I mean, it's just a dueling 2-player deck builder, and
15-20 minutes.
Oh yeah, and it does not overstay its welcome, even when you are healing all the time, to where it's hard to actually push your numbers down. For some reason, it still just does not linger. It does not last forever. You get the game out, you're able to play it, you're able to get your combos out, and then the game's over. And I just felt like it was a good length. It didn't end too short, it didn't go too long. It gave me exactly the amount of time I wanted for a game like this.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you a direction too, knowing what to go for, and to kind of build off of that. There's when you first get the game, there is just the normal starting decks, but then there's these additional hero packs, these character packs that you can buy that gives your character a starting deck, its own customized starting deck, as well as some customized starting abilities that you have. It gives your whole character a level of focus now, something to go for, something to shoot for, a strategy that each character kind of is better at than other strategies. And you're not necessarily tied down to that. You don't have to do whatever you think it might be best, but again, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to do what's best? And there's several different character packs, that way you can kind of find one of the matches your playstyle that you enjoy the most. There's also boss packs as well. So bosses are kind of a one versus many kind of a game. So for instance, one we played is the dragon. You have this dragon that's out there, and then we're both able to face this dragon. One person's controlling the dragon, and you can play with up to 6 people, I think, fighting the dragon. Not that I recommend that. I think that would be kind of crazy, but it's possible. And all that kind of just breathes more life and more replayability into a card game. There's not that many cards in here. You'd think that it wouldn't be all that replayable, but having those character packs as well as those boss packs adds some more to that as well.
So overall, I really did like this game. I thought it was enjoyable. I like playing it, but I think one of the things that this game is strong on is the fact that it's pretty travel friendly. I mean, it's just this box, and we really like deck builders, and there's not a lot of deck builders that are travel friendly, right? I mean, they're huge boxes, and I don't mean going to a game night travel friendly. I mean if you're going out of town or going on a trip, the few things that you can pack with you that aren't going to take up a lot of space but still give you some good gameplay. This is definitely one of them. I feel like we could definitely bring this anywhere, on our anniversary trip that we're not taking this year. We
can stay at home and do it. We can travel to our upstairs
travel
table.
To the upstairs. Woo!
Also, if you like Star Realms, you're gonna like this too. I think this actually gives you a little bit more, a different angle on the game, a different angle on the system. If you like deck building, I think you'd like this as well. If you like dueling games, I think that you would like Hero Realms. So yeah, if any of those things sound familiar or sound like something you might like, I would say check it out. We like it a lot.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us on Facebook. We're Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. On Twitter, we're Ryan and Bethany 1. And on Instagram, we are Ryan and Bethany.
All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.